Our mission is to fill the gap between the market rate rent and what a tenant can afford when their income is at or below 30% of the area median income. And what does that look like? That may be a family of 4 who doesn't make more than $31,000 a year.
I'm a mom of 4. I have a 16-year-old, an 11-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 6-year-old. About 10 years ago, I was struggling to make ends meet. I worked 2 jobs while I was pregnant. While I was trying to keep a job, I was on the verge of getting evicted. I was paying market rate rent. And plus, I had all the electric utilities. It was compromised with me trying to keep up with paying the utilities and also paying the rent, being a single mom.
We're a property-based program, first of all. And as a property-based program, the subsidy actually belongs to the landlord. And so a tenant is able to become a beneficiary of a landlord subsidy. So we partner with the landlord in an annual agreement so that they can provide affordable housing to the residents of Chicago.
First of all, I grew up on the North Shore, and I went to college down in Indiana. I came out, I moved into Chicago, and I fell in love with the architecture of the city. I started looking on the south and west side of the city, and I look at vacant properties that were boarded up and in demolition court mostly, and I would buy them in the tax sale or the scavenger sale, and I would renovate them. But when I renovated them, I needed to have partners. I needed to either find tenants or work with subsidy partners to try to rent them. So that's really when my experience began. I've been involved in the trust fund since 2001. What sets CLIHTF apart from all the other organizations that I deal with is we get the quarterly payments in advance of when they are owed. To other landlords, I would say this is an incredible program. There are not many programs where you get to select your own tenant. You get to help a tenant that is low income, that will always be appreciative of that.
Being a tenant with CLIHTF for over 10 years, I've known them to be reliable. It's given me a sense of security. I'm able to live comfortable in my unit because each unit that I've had with CLIHTF, it accommodated my household size.
The types of units that are eligible for the trust fund family are units that range from accessory dwelling units to single room occupancy units and 1 to 5 bedroom, 6 bedroom family units. Some of the future goals and plans of CLIHTF are, number 1, to continue supporting the demographic population that we currently serve. With the additional funding that has come in, more families will be able to benefit from our subsidy receipts. The other thing is that we would also like to increase the quality of landlords that are in our program. So if you are a landlord who wants to support marginalized families, this is the place for you to be. If you are a landlord who has IT capabilities and can manage and navigate through the Trust Fund Central portal, this is the program where you need to be. If you are a landlord who is interested in a steady, stable income coming into your unit so that you can afford your monthly expenses, the Trust Fund is the place for you to be.
Sirviendo a la ciudad de Chicago por más de 33 años en español y en inglés, somos CLIHTF.
Serving Chicago for over 33 years, we are CLIHTF.
Providing rental subsidies in 57 of Chicago's 77 community areas. We are CLIHTF.
Chicago Low-Income Housing Trust Fund is the largest city-funded rental subsidy program in the nation. We are CLIHTF.
With the assistance of the trust fund subsidy, families are able to work toward economic self-sufficiency when they find a place to call home. We are CLIHTF.